Hey friends, welcome back. Now the great thing for our measures, which we have calculated in the last video, is the flexibility on how we can use them. Because remember, what I told you, that measures are actually calculated on the fly. So they do not store any value. And this means also that they can be completely flexible and be used everywhere in our report. And also for all the dimensions in our model, as long as we have the relationships in place. What I mean by that is, for instance, here we currently analyze our various KPIs. So in this case, total sales, total cost, total profit, or also the margin for each of the products. But what if we would like to analyze this by a different dimension? So let's just say I would like to see, we can see here the total sales by year, but maybe I'd like to see now the total profit by year. So I could simply go in here in this one, and I can go to the here, the data section here, and then I could say, here for my year, and the y-axis here, I'd like to add some data. So I can click on add data here, and then I can say in here, I'd like to use one of my measures. And then I could say, I'd like to see this, for instance, as well for the total profit. So I can click on total profit, and now I can see here my total sales, as well as my total profit. Or if I only want to see the total profit, I can completely get rid of the sales. And now I can see here the total profit for each of the different kinds of years I have. So you can see, whatever kind of visual you use, could be a pie chart, donut chart, a bar chart, or also a map where you display the countries and visualize, for instance, the profit margin for each of the countries. So you can use your measures quite everywhere in your report. And the flexibility could also be within any kind of visualization, like a table structure. For instance, you could say, in here we have currently, as I said, the data by product name. But what if now your superior comes and she tells you, well, that's great, but I'd like to have this as, for instance, for each of the, in this case, the customers. I'd like to know who are our profitable customers, not the products. And she asks you, can you do this? And you say, yeah, sure, I can do that, no problem. Now you can simply even Control C, select the first, Control C to copy this, and then you can go to new page, for instance, because I just created a new page because I don't have any space here left. But you go in here and say Control V to paste it. And now you could say, instead of showing this for the product name, I can simply go in here to the selection. I can remove the product name like that. And I can see my sales and the other KPIs aggregated. And then I could say simply add some data. And now I'd like to see this for, as we said, for the customers. So I can go to my customer table here or search here directly. If I go to customer, and there's customer name. And I can select this customer name. And now I can see the customer name in here. And for each customer, I can see here my KPIs. And of course, normally you would like to see the customer name at the first row. That's the first entry here, first column, sorry. Then of course, simply use it and drag it up and place it on top. Like, so let me just place it here. And let's actually get rid of the sum of total sales. That's what just was the column. So of course, we get rid of that. And now we get our customer name here. And we can see the total sales, the total cost, the total profit, and the margins. And if you would like to know who are the most profitable customers, I can simply go in here, take a look at the profit margin, and I can sort it, the table by the profit margin, like that. And then I would see here the most profitable customer in this case is Donald Reynolds with 43.51%. So you can clearly see that it's quite easy and quite flexible to use your measures in any kind of visualization and answer the questions your superiors or your colleagues might have quite quickly. And do this in a visual way as well, not only tables. We use a table here as an example, but of course, as I said before, you can use any of those visualizations which best fits your needs. So that's it actually for this video. So hopefully you have seen how easy it is, and I encourage you, do this yourself, try it out. Feel free also to try out maybe other visualization types, and then I'll see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.